welcome to B&T Sportstalk show. Thank y'all for joining us this Sunday evening. We're excited to discuss, most obviously, the NFL playoffs as the divisional rounds wrapped up not too long ago. Some very interesting games today, and some good and not so good games yesterday, which we'll definitely get into.
Yes.
B, man, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. Just enjoying my wonderful 2 weeks off by watching football and playing golf.
There you go. My man
Shout
is
out
doing it.
Shout out to my boy. Shout out to my good friend Matt Thompson. He got married Friday. Beautiful wedding on a golf course. I took full advantage of that right before the wedding.
There you go.
Got some golfing in right before that took place. But beautiful ceremony for him and Wendy. I just want to send you guys my congratulations to that. Man, it was a lot of fun here. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations to... Wait, say the names again, man.
Matt and Wendy.
Say congratulations, Matt and Wendy.
Yep.
Start to the rest of your life. Well, let's jump into it, man. B, man, I gotta say, dude, we had some clunkers in these playoffs. And we had two, I would say, pretty good games. Then we had two other games that were just atrocious. But what we'll start with the games one game that was actually pretty good, honestly. Just ended a little strangely. And that would be the Rams and the Bears game. The Rams coming into hostile environment, playing in Chicago Bears. Chicago hasn't had a team get this far in quite some time. I don't have the math on that. Somebody knows, but we know it's been a minute. It was snowing out there, and you had a Los Angeles team out there in the cold trying to do the very best that they could. And It was an ugly game. Both teams came out moving the ball, 7-7 to start, and then it was kind of crickets for like 2 quarters. Not a lot going on as far as offense back and forth. Both these teams' defenses played pretty well. And, dude, I mean... And then all of a sudden, as we've seen in other games, it kicked up in the fourth quarter. We saw the Rams get a good drive in the fourth quarter, get down the field. They got the run from Williams, got into the end zone, touchdown, 17-10. And then it kind of seemed like, hey, man, I think the Rams got this thing in the book, because throughout the rest of the game, the Bears really couldn't get their offense. They really had a hard time getting their offense going. And for a majority of the fourth quarter, to be honest, until the last 2 minutes, the last 2 minutes of the game. B. So, man, did you get a chance? You got a chance to catch the whole game, right?
Oh, I watched the entire game, man. It was entertaining. Who doesn't love a snow game in the playoffs in January, let alone temperature in the mid-teens, like 13, 14 degrees?
It was.
I'm just glad I wasn't sitting out there freezing my ass off, man, because there's not enough layers in my wardrobe to keep me warm through all of that there. But it was the game I was anticipating. I thought it would turn into a shootout after the first few possessions. They were driving the ball down the field. But then the elements took into play here. Caleb Williams, man, that boy likes to flirt with disaster, and at a very high rate, because they had no business staying in this game. Their defense did well. I think part of it also had to do how cold it was as well. Like you said, it's been warm here in California. I think in LA it was about 80 degrees before they flew to Chicago. So you go from it's about a 70-degree difference from what they're practicing in to what they are about to play in. You know what I'm saying? So you can't replicate an element like that. It's not like you could build a dome and turn the AC on to like -20 for them to try to replicate it there. But the Rams held on as long as they could. But I want to talk about Caleb Williams for a little bit, bro, because for as bad as he played today, that fourth down throw,
that was crazy, man.
On his back foot,
he ran like 20 yards in the backfield.
It was a 14-yard touchdown pass, but he threw the ball 40 yards off of his back foot.
Yeah.
Right? Dropped it right into Loveland's breadbasket, and they kicked the extra point to tie the game, but his performance though was just up and down. Like, the throws, some of the throws that he had though were just terrible.
He's definitely a high risk passer. I mean, he's a
Yes.
guy that's trying to make a play, and the turnovers show that, especially that last one. But the turnovers show it, and you kind of live and die with it. I mean, the defense was good enough to hold the Rams in check, so you kind of live with some of the worser parts of what Caleb Williams did.
Mm-hmm.
It really wasn't until that last play, in the overtime, that the turnovers really caught up to the Bears, and that last turnover really changed the entire game. But before we even get to that play was absolutely ridiculous. The game was over at that point.
Yes.
And there was fourth down, all the pressure you could possibly want. And when the coverage broke down, or excuse me, the protection broke down, it really looked like he was dead in the water. And I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, this is it. That's it. And I'm thinking it's just a random heave into the end zone.
Yeah.
And that there's nobody there but a bunch of people scrambled to try to make some play. And lo and behold, is Loveland just chilling with the money ball, bam, right on target, touchdown. And I'm thinking, how in the hell did that happen? But again, like we said, high risk, high reward. Great play to get into the overtime. The Rams couldn't get the first drive didn't get anything done. The Bears got the ball, got it moving, and I'm thinking the game's over. I'm thinking the Bears got this.
Yes.
They only need a field goal. They had gotten to I think the 45 or so yard line.
They got the fourth down conversion.
And they were cooking. Right, they were cooking. I'm thinking they got this. It's over. Bears going to the championship game. And then out of nowhere on a second down play, I mean, it was like a 20-yard ball that went out there, and the only guy out there was a Rams player. It was a defensive, a DB. And I'm like, what the hell was that? You get so far, you make such a great play, and I couldn't imagine being a Bears fan, man, because that's almost like rolling the dice, man, snake eyes. They rolled the worst possible scenario in the worst possible moment. You had all the momentum. If they had ran that ball 3 straight times, they might have at least gotten away with a 50-yard field goal to win the game.
Yes.
But a turnover, that's the last thing you do. And as you would predict, that turnover, that was it. That was it.
Bit him in
Game
the butt.
over.
Yeah.
Game over, man.
You can only flirt with disaster for so long until it finally gets you.
Yeah.
And it got them finally here. You really want to contribute kudos to Caleb, but in a moment like this, take your losses for what they were, because that was a second down throw. Yeah, you still had 2 downs to go. You had all the momentum just to get into field goal range. You don't need a touchdown at this point. Just get your team into field goal range and call it. Look, you got lucky. Did. You got lucky with that Loveland throw. All right, because there were 2 Rams in the end zone. You would have thought it was a push off at first, because there was no way he should have been that open, right?
Yeah, right.
But they were hand fighting.
Yeah.
And Loveland won that fight. So that's how he became open. But on a throw like that, when you had a defender underneath your wide receiver, you got to get it at either enough where your receiver can get to it, or you throw it out of bounds. It's got to be one of the two. You can't risk a throw like that, especially knowing that you have the potential to end this game on a score. You turn it over. All the Rams had to do was get 20 yards on that there.
And kudos to the Rams. They didn't try to take it all at once either. They dipped and dunked their way all the way down there. And they had a couple of big plays from Nakua, and they did just enough to get into field goal range. Mm-hmm. They had a couple of big plays. They had the play to Devontae Adams on the sideline where it looked like he magically got his feet in bounds. And so they made some big plays too, but they didn't make the mistakes. And I think that's ultimately what won them the game, is that they did not make the egregious mistake in the game. And the other thing, B, we could talk about this too. There were 2 different occasions where the Bears had opportunity to kick field goals.
Yeah, okay, not only just the Bears, but why is everybody and their mother this weekend going for fourth down convert? Did Dan Campbell call each team today or over the weekend and go, hey, on fourth down, you guys got to go for everything. It's the playoffs, right? And they all listened to him. I was like, what the frick is going on, man? Everybody was going for fourth down conversion.
Did we not forget that Dan Campbell is not in the playoffs? We don't need to mimic that. When you're in the playoffs, points should be at a premium.
Yes.
And it kind of is crazy that I think and I could be wrong, so if somebody knows, remind me. But I believe that Chicago had 2 opportunities in the red zone where they could have kicked a field goal and got 3 points, and they just opted to do the most.
And they lost, and they did not convert, obviously.
Right.
So what the score ended 2017, right?
Yep.
So let's tack on 6 points to that.
Sounds like a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Damn, I can imagine these guys go to the casino. They're never mind. I'm that guy. You're up money, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, instead of saying, "All right, cool, whatever I came in with, I'm leaving, and I've got extra money in my pocket. Nah, let's go for big now." The next thing you know, you don't have anything to show for it. The Bears don't have anything to show for this year.
They don't.
You should get the points when it's needed here, especially in weather elements like this. It's not like the kicker was perfect. The dude just drilled a 50-yarder right before halftime, right?
Yeah, when they finally decided to kick the ball, yeah.
All of a sudden, now we want to kick it, but then they're standing, within the 5-yard line. They can't convert it. And instead of going, okay, let's get 3 points,
right.
Let's put pressure on the Rams, right? No, let's give them momentum, and it's a stop. They've got all the momentum rolling for them. You think it's a field flip position kind of thing? No, the field position at this point, it was just all about the momentum there.
Yeah.
And the Rams carried that with them there because their defense knew that they can stop them on fourth down. Right?
I think that's what gets me the most is your defense has been playing that well all day.
Yes.
You got to trust them. Like, kick the field goal, trust your defense to hold up on the other end, because by not getting it, you're relying on them anyway to take over and make something happen, and it just didn't work out the way they wanted to. So that last one where they went for on the fourth and they didn't get it, that seemed like the game was over after that, to be honest, in the fourth quarter. It seemed like they didn't get it. Okay, game over, Rams got, but they got another chance. Their defense kept them in the game, and they took advantage of it. I'll give them credit for that. But that one field goal, which was early, that was in the first quarter. Mm-hmm. That one field goal in these playoff games, in a football game, it's not a basketball game, people, where you're going to score 80 or 90, 100, 120 points. This is football. That 3 points is going to mean everything in these games.
Yep.
Generally 100%. In a playoff game, the difference generally is only 3 points. It's always less than a touchdown between two in a good playoff game. So you got to get every single point you can possibly muster to give yourself that opportunity. I'm sure they wish they had that 3 points in the first quarter back now, because that's what you lose by, right? You lose by 3 points. Anyway, man, look. I don't know why people, like you said, want to take on the Dan Campbell way of doing things, but it obviously doesn't work.
It didn't make no sense, man. I'm like, dude, get the points. Like, you're at home. Yeah. Get the points. Right. Like, they're there for you. Right. They're literally giving you 3 points, and you're like, no, we want 6. And now you don't have anything to show for it. And now you're going home, freezing your ass off, going, oh, we should have done this. No, it's too late now. You had your chance. You blew it. And then your quarterback throws, 3 interceptions today?
3, yes.
3? Come on, man. Like, you have to know that those points are at the utmost premium that you can ask for. Ask for. Now, if you're the Niners, on the other hand, that's a little bit of a different story.
We'll get there.
But in a game like this, when you know that it's going to come down to one possession, you got to at least know that the other team is going to need a field goal to match you.
Yeah.
At the most, a minimum, because then that offense is going to go, all right, we just need to get down to there, right? Who knows? Maybe the kicker slips. We don't know that. You never
know. Right.
But instead, you're going, no, man, I wish we would have kicked the ball. No, it's too late, man. Forget it.
Well, we gotta give credit to the Rams too. I mean, the Rams defense played pretty stout. They obviously got the interceptions off of Caleb Williams, and I thought did a great job of really making sure that the Bears weren't able to get busy. Although the Bears did do some things on the ground with the ground game, they did not get too much done over the air except that last play at the end of the fourth quarter. Really, Stafford was not one of his better games. They were in the 100%. Snow. Honestly, this was one of those where their defense played well enough and they made just enough plays to get the job done. Because was it? Am I saying Kyrian? How do you say this guy's name?
Tyreek Williams, the running back?
Yeah. Fairly good game. Not, Puka Nacua goes for 56 yards, you got to think I'm doing something right if you're on the Bears side. So, I mean, they did a good job of making sure that the Rams offense did not go crazy. But again, this was really one of those games where your defense kept you breathing, and you, as a quarterback, you just needed to manage the game and do enough to win. And that's the difference, right? Caleb Williams, unfortunately, because of those turnovers, that's a huge difference in the game. Turning the ball, that you just can't. There are games like this where you just can't make the egregious mistake, and that's what the Rams did. They just avoided making the bad mistake. And that's all they had to do.
Yep. Winning football right there. Again, not taking anything away from the Bears, but that's night and day, right? The Rams are playing sideline to sideline at this point when they get the ball back. Yeah. So they're giving themselves an opportunity just to get into field goal range.
Right.
To say, hey, let's put the game in our kicker's hand, right? The touchdowns weren't all there.
Yeah.
So you gotta play for field goals at this point, and they did enough to get into field goal position and win the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And
oh man, Matt Stafford wearing an LA hat, man. Boo!
I mean, he's in LA, man. What you?
Nah, man, it's a Dodger hat. It's not even a Rams hat.
Oh, I see what you. Okay.
Yeah. Well. Man, I hope he drops that hat and shit.
Well, they got the Seahawks next week, so we'll see how that goes.
No, that's not the point.
Man, I'm telling you, man. You and this Dodger hate is crazy. It's crazy.
It's real. What it is.
It's real. Yeah, obviously. Man, if you thought Caleb Williams had a tough game and turned the ball over, then you did not see the game earlier in the day, which was the Texans and the Patriots. This game was so sad about this game. This game was a lot close. It was close, but the turnovers on the Texan side are pretty much what gave the Patriots this win.
This is not the Texan side. This is C.J. Stroud side.
Yeah, okay.
All of those were on him.
Trying to be nice here, but yes, this had to be one of the worst performances, and I was really pulling for C.J. because I do not want to see the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and I don't. I want to see them out. I don't want to see them anymore, and I thought the Texans had the team to do it because defensively they played well. I thought that C.J. Stroud, after the clunker that he had last week, would have played better because he also had a pretty terrible game in the last series here, or last game. So I thought, okay, C.J. could turn it around. We've seen him play in big moments before. He's been in the playoffs before. He's played well before. But, man, was I wrong, man. My man came out and from get jump was like pick six money. Like, I was like, dude, and from then on, he looked like a deer in headlights for the remainder of the game. He never looked like he got his confidence back.
No.
He never looked like he was feeling capable of coming back from one interception to get something better done. It was just bad throw after bad decision after bad decision. He had the one where he was on his way to get tackled and just flung that thing.
Like 10 yards,
that
20
thing
yards
up in the air. And it was so bad. And it's like, if CJ had just sat on the ball, they might have won this game. Because the Texas defense was doing everything. Turning the ball over, fumbles. Like, they were doing just like they did in the previous game, they were doing everything to keep them in this game. But the moment the offense got on the field, it was like, nah, we're going to give it right back, homie. We're giving it right back.
I think there were, 8 to 10 turnovers in this game?
Yeah, between the two.
Between the two teams, most of them from C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
That's where you have to understand that your defense is going to carry you this game. Like, you don't have to be Superman, right? Yeah. You're already down Nico Collins.
Yeah.
Then you lose Dalton
Schultz, yeah.
During the game. So all you have to do at this point is just manage, right?
I would have been happy if they ran some option and just let him run the ball at that. I mean, it was so bad.
10 yards, just keep the game in front of you. Now, again, the offensive line, though, did not give C.J. Stroud enough time to even think about that. Really. Because every time C.J. Stroud was getting ready to throw the ball, he had about 4 Patriots in his face.
Yeah, but so was Drake May, though. I mean, Drake May was getting clobbered, man. Like, he didn't have the greatest game.
He looked like Justin Herbert from last week.
Exactly. So, I mean, both these quarterbacks were taking a beating. Neither one of them played very well, but the difference, almost like what we talked about in the last game, the difference was the New England Patriots made just enough plays.
they took advantage of the plays that on the fumble recoveries.
Yeah.
That's what it came down to
Short
there.
field. Yeah,
Yep.
I'll be honest with you. 14 of these points was probably directly from a turnover.
Or
At least.
or
Probably
pick six.
21 maybe even.
Yeah.
So
So they weren't impressive, but
no.
the defense capitalized on that there, and they gave the Patriots the short field position to help kind of take advantage of that there.
Yeah.
So it's the Texans really dropped an opportunity to be in this AFC Championship game because their defense was flying. And you can't blame the elements because I don't think this. I think the outcome would have been different a little bit there, but I think their defense did more. I think CJ Stroud just handed the Patriots the game with these errant throws. Like,
It kind of
just
felt
take
like
the
it.
L, man. If
It
you're
was
gonna get
bad.
a safety, take the safety rather than the pick six.
It was
And
bad, man. It
I'm
was
not a
bad.
I'm not a math wizard, but two is probably a lot better than six.
Yeah, absolutely. And, really, like you said, for the Patriots, it was just them relying on their running game. And they made that one big play, right? It was the one touchdown pass.
Booty.
They kind of to boot. Is that how you pronounce his name? Because they was
Yes,
saying it like that during.
it's pronounced as booty.
My man went his whole life with that last name. That's rough, man.
Yep.
That's rough. Anyway, I'm going to call him Boot because I just feel bad for him. But Boot caught that touchdown, which was in, I believe, the fourth quarter, which blew it open. And then after that, they just
catch, man.
one-handed. And they kind of never looked back after that. But
Yep.
Drake May was very unimpressive. 16 for 27, 179 yards. He did have 3 touchdowns, but spent a lot of his time floundering around in the backfield, to be honest with you.
Yep.
But they kept that run game going throughout the game, which I think really held them down.
Ramondre Stevenson got hurt, if I remember correctly.
He did?
Yeah, I think so, because then it was Henderson that took most of the running plays. I think so. I could be wrong. I could be wrong with that there.
And the offense on the Texans side was a complete donut. They couldn't get anything going in the run game, and they spent most of their time throwing the ball to the other team. So,
yeah, Stephon Diggs also had a impressive catch in the end zone as well.
Yeah.
Where it looked like the ball was going to hit the ground. Oh God, Drake may fire that thing
like
in
a
there.
rifle. I saw that play where he was just, I don't know how he got it in there, but he got it.
Pause. But hey, man, look, at the end of the day, it's a win that maybe the Bears wish they would have had, right? Because when you look at the game from today, from earlier in the afternoon to this game that just ended, it looks similar, right?
Yeah, more or less.
I
thought the Texans scored more points. They had more opportunities.
Yeah, 100%.
Even with all that being said, they still had more opportunities to score the football. But they just turned the ball over so many damn times. It didn't make any sense.
Absolutely,
fumble, because it wasn't just interceptions. They had the fumble from the running back.
Yep.
I think they had a fumble from a wide receiver too. So it's like they it's just it was a tough day.
The other thing too was that Houston didn't capitalize on those turnovers.
They didn't. No.
Right? Because they
were too busy giving it back.
Yeah.
And they turn over and give the ball right back to New England. It was terrible.
It was like a game of hot potato out there on the field, them trying to recover that ball.
Seriously, man. Seriously.
But, hey, man, Will Anderson Jr., man's a force. That dude was all over the field.
Yes.
Havoc.
On the defensive. Oh, my goodness.
Man.
Hey, maybe Lamar Jackson wants to leave and join the Texans.
Okay, timeout. Let's just put a stop to that right now. All right? Jeez Louise. Just because Will Anderson Jr. was a menace on the field doesn't mean Lamar's going to want to go to Houston, okay?
I don't know. Who's your coach? Who's your coach?
Now, nobody.
Exactly.
Right now, nobody. But I guarantee it was going to be Lamar's choice.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
But otherwise, again, I'm not very happy about the Patriots making it through to the next round for reasons that we'll discuss later. It's an unfortunate loss for the Texans who, had a really promising season going forward, but unfortunately, they just blew all their tires in one game. And CJ Stroud just had a horrible playoffs, just in general, just both games. He just was not very good. So I'm hoping he can recover from that, come back next season to be better, man. But they gone, and the Patriots are in. So Where do you want to go? You want to go to the other blowout of the game, or we want to talk about
Let's
Josh
talk
Allen?
about Josh Allen's crying ass.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So Josh Allen,
Please, man.
newly engaged to Haley Stanfield, whatever her name is, his actress girlfriend,
Pregnant, by the way.
pregnant by the way, and I guess the pressure of becoming a new daddy was wearing real heavy because they just couldn't get the job done, man. And this was a pretty good game throughout, I thought. The Bills had to make a comeback because really, to me, the Broncos had their number. The first half, they was on them. The Bills could get anything going. They did a good job of getting enough pressure on the Bills and keeping Cooks from roasting their butts. And Bo Nix was doing his thing, man. They were getting the ball down the field. They were finding ways to make plays on third downs, and it was, what was it, 20 to 10?
Yep.
And then the Bills made a furious comeback in the fourth quarter, but unfortunately came up short in this game. Man, to me, I'll just put it out there. I feel like this is always Josh Allen's team to win games with. Like it's all on his shoulders. I thought Cook had a good game. He had a good game too. But if Allen doesn't get it right, if he's not perfect, they don't win games. And I think that's always been the problem in the playoffs.
Let's put it like this. The AFC has zero playoff experience quarterback-wise outside of Josh Allen.
That's very true.
Right? So this was your time. You had no Patrick Mahomes. You had no Lamar Jackson to deal with. You had all first-timers pretty much outside of Trevor Lawrence, who had one playoff win against the Chargers, right? And so this was your time to literally push your team to that next stage, right?
Yep.
And they just didn't do it.
Yeah.
It was, they played this team last year at home. It literally was almost like deja vu, right? Denver gets the ball the first possession. What do? They go down and score.
Yep.
They did the same thing last year as well. But then after that, it was over. Denver never scored again. Well, Denver then, proceeded to score more points throughout the game there. But Josh Allen kept his team in. The defense put a stop to all of Denver's scoring there and gave his team, they gave him an opportunity here. It's been, he's been in the playoffs for 7 years now, right?
Yeah, but my man is, and he did this, I want to say 3 years ago. There are times
James Cook was cooking too.
He starts forcing the ball.
Yes.
Allen, he forces the ball. And it's because there's a lot of weight on his shoulders. He's the guy. But there are times where he takes those chances and he doesn't need to. The turnovers are always what's going to kill you in a playoff game. And they rear their ugly head here again. Both these teams put points on the board. It took the Bills some time to get back in it, but they did. I mean, they had a 13-point fourth quarter. However, a 17-point second quarter is unexcusable. I mean, they gave up 17 points in the second quarter to the Broncos. And it was really looking like the Broncos were going to handily take this thing. But, dude, I'll turn it back over to you. But my point is, Josh Allen, like I said earlier, if he's not perfect, they don't win. And I think that's something the Bills need to look at. Yes, you have a good running back. Go get some wide receivers. Go figure out a way to shore this thing up with your offensive line, whatever you need to do. Because Josh Allen, all intents and purposes, is a great quarterback.
He is. 100%.
But we can't say he's the one. There's a lot of crap that's heaped at Lamar Jackson for the same thing. We gotta start saying the same thing about Allen.
Yep.
You had your chance. You were this close. You didn't get it done. Okay? Yep. And this wasn't a championship game either. This is divisional round. You're playing against pretty much second-year quarterbacks. A second-year quarterback in Bo Nix. And yeah, they're not playing at home, but ultimately the decisions that were made, especially with some of the turnovers with Josh Allen in the game, those are things that are going to kill you. And he just didn't look like himself for a majority of the game until they finally got into the fourth quarter and started making something happen. Only problem is they couldn't make the final play. The final plays were made by the Broncos to win this game.
Yep. He did a lot more with less last year because they were in the AFC Championship game last year.
Yeah.
Against the Chiefs, right? And so you look at this roster here, you've got the league's leading rusher, the Broncos really didn't have that much of an answer, but you can rely heavily on that run game with James Cook to take a little pressure off of Josh Allen,
Yeah.
right? They just got away from the running game after
Yeah.
so long because they got down for so big. It's like they were like, oh well, we got to throw the ball now. Well, you also got to remember Josh Allen doesn't have a whole lot of weapons
Not really.
outside of James Cook and maybe Dalton Kincaid. Um, with that there. But
Yeah.
outside of that, your wide receiver core isn't that strong. So
It,
I'm relying on James Cook to kind of ride the ship and then kind of let Josh Allen kind of get a little more free flowing after that there. But put your workhorse. Look at the Niners. They rely heavily on Christian McCaffrey, but that helps open up the passing game.
yeah.
You had James Cook who could have helped you out with that yesterday, and they decided to get away from it because they put the ball in Josh Allen's hand, which is right, but it didn't pan out towards the end of it
It
there.
didn't pan out, and he did what he could do. He had almost 300 yards passing. He rushed for 66 yards. The bottom line is they need a one wide receiver, man. They need a wide receiver, and they need a target that he can believe in, trust, and that can make some plays. They don't have that right now. So
Well, I bet you they wish they had Stephon Diggs still.
yeah, you bet they do. They need to go ahead and find that player. That's what they need to do in this offseason is try to shore up some of that wide receiver core. So, unfortunately, Josh, sorry, man. It wasn't your year. You didn't get it done. But let's talk about the Broncos side of things. Who
The ghost injury that no one saw happen.
yeah. So Bo Nix is out for the remainder of the playoffs with the broken bone in his ankle. I don't even know when that happened. The report on it didn't come out till I didn't see anything till after the game, and I was curious. Like, wait, what? Like, I thought I just watched this whole game. I don't remember him getting hurt, but apparently
He walked off the field just fine. I looked down, I'm like, I got my phone message, and it was like, oh, Bo Nix out for the rest of the season. I'm like, hold on, wait, the season's over, stupid. It's the playoffs.
Right.
But yeah, he's out for the rest of the playoffs with a fractured ankle. And I'm like, when did this happen? Right? And all they can show is a highlight of him grimacing on the sidelines in a lot of pain. But I'm sitting there, and I'm like, when?
did
I'm
he
trying
play?
to find the play.
I don't know.
They're saying that potentially it happened when they centered the ball for the game-winning field goal.
Are you serious?
That's what they're saying is because it looked like he may have gotten rolled up on or stepped on. I don't know, but again, we don't know because the man hit it well.
That's when you slap your coach.
Who's their backup now? Statham's?
I don't know, man.
But
I might have to look it up. Hold on.
their defense, though, again, it's a top-ranked defense. So you have that momentum. You also have the fact that you're at home. So there's a little going for you here, but losing Bo Nix, man, that is a backbreaker.
Yeah, I mean,
Broncos.
That's bottom line is they ain't going to the Super Bowl. I mean, I'm just gonna put it out there. I guess they got Jarrett Stidham. So there's a chance that he goes out there and gets it done. And believe me, I'll be rooting for him because I do not want to see the New England Patriots go to the Super Bowl. But it's unlikely. But I will say this because I know we're getting ahead of ourselves a little. But I will say this: the Denver Broncos defense is legit. Mm-hmm. We saw a legitimate defense play against the Patriots in this past game, and it was tough. It was pretty tough on May. Drake May wasn't this prolific thrower or any of that. He spent most of his time on his ass.
Yeah.
He's going to be in the same position again. The difference will be is how do the Broncos make up for the offense that Bo Nix leaves on the field? Can they find a way to complete passes, engineer drives, and score points? So it's not over yet, but losing Bo Nix, that's your starting quarterback. That's huge. It's huge.
It's not over, but the fat lady got to the microphone.
Yeah.
So it's only a matter of time before she starts singing. But all Stidham, all he needs to do, take a page out of any quarterback who's had a great defense and just manage the game. There's 5 yards. There's no need to be a hero. All right? If you don't have the play, throw it out of bounds. Take a sack at the right moment, right? It's okay.
Just don't turn the ball over. That's it.
Just hold on to it. But it's okay. It's okay to take a sack, and now don't take a sack in the end zone, right? But if you're standing on your own 30 and you get sacked, you can still flip the field position,
right?
In that location. So you just gotta know where when to fold them and when to get rid of the ball.
Yeah.
But don't be a hero. Put your defense in a position where if you guys can't convert it and you gotta give up a possession, cool. but give your defense a possession there, because if Drake May struggled with Houston's defense, Denver's defense is no slouch either.
Yeah.
So, that's where they have to remember that is they have a legitimate defense. There's no need to be flirting with. I swear to God, dude, if a team does more than 3 4th down conversions next week, I'm done. Like, if this is the new wave of the NFL, then it is what
Like
it
we're
is.
playing Madden or something.
I
But
know,
yeah,
right?
man.
No, we're not going to take a
I'm
field
not
position.
punting.
We're just going to go
I'm
for it.
going for it. Yeah, but and so we'll see how it pans out. Obviously
Yo,
go ahead.
real quick, Sean McVay is the first head coach with 10 playoff wins before turning 40.
Good
That's
for him.
crazy.
Good for him.
I'm 40 and I'm struggling with
Life.
this guy's 40 and just winning playoff games left and right. The man's 39 years old. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. But oh man, well let's before we get to it, we're gonna get into some predictions. Obviously,
We still got one more game to talk about.
we gotta talk about the. I mean, this is kind of a throwaway, honestly, when you think about it. But B, I know you want your moment. So the 49ers took on the Seattle Seahawks in Lumen, whatever they're calling this thing now, and we talked about it on the show prior to the game. Our prediction was that the Seahawks would win. The thought process being is that the 49ers have been skating with all these injuries that they've had, but they were not going to be able to continue to do that against a team that's fully healthy. A Seahawks team that's fully healthy. If anybody has been sleeping on the Seahawks and maybe didn't get a chance to watch them during the season,
Wake up,
you
people.
got an opportunity to see them yesterday, and they did not disappoint. The Seattle Seahawks defense is beyond legit. They are bordering on Legion of Doom. Boom. Not quite there, but they're bordering on that level of defense. They held the 49ers to 6 points, 2 field goals, not a touchdown and a missed PAT, 2 field goals. Their defense is not only good with the front four, they also do not let you catch the ball. They don't let you get behind them ever. And when you do catch the ball, you getting hit. And we saw that in the game. I'll throw out some stats before we jump, and I'm gonna let you go, B. Purdy, 15 to 27, 140 yards, no touchdowns, 2 sacks, 1 interception. McCaffrey, 11 carries, 35 yards.
Yo.
That was it. I mean, that they had a little over 200 yards.
Total offense. I mean, they had Ricky Pearsall back, but the man hasn't played for almost, 8 games or so.
Yeah, it wasn't going to matter against this team. He had 1 reception for
the minute that kickoff return, you knew the lights were out. The lights were out after that.
Oh man!
But look, like we said, you called it last week. You can only get away with so much before it catches you. Yeah. Does losing George Kittle hurt? Yes, it does. But I'll be honest with you, I don't think it was going to make a damn difference in that game because the Niners are run heavy, right? And rightfully so. You have Christian McCaffrey, but that was your only offensive weapon left on the field, right? You had Jawan Jennings, but you guys, they didn't treat him like a wide receiver 1, right? Kendrick Bourne was nowhere to be found. Ricky Pearsall got 0 touches. Right, the 1 catch he had to hit the ground, so it didn't even count.
Yeah.
The defense held on for as long as they could. I think it was like 17-3 at one point, and so they were holding on. But at some point, the offense needed to come around, and it never did. That touchdown before the end of the half just iced the game at that point because it was it was 24. It was 24-3 at that point.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, it was yes, because
it's crazy to say, but 17-3 sounds a lot better. Even 23 sounds better than 24-3.
Yeah, and this was one of those unfortunate scenarios where the 49ers did not have enough to beat this team. The Seattle Seahawks defense has been stout all season. They pretty much stifled the run game. And once you do that to the Niners, now that's it. Once you stifle the Niners' run game, there's little left. The Niners try to do their best to get their pass game going. But unfortunately, as I said, the defense of the Seattle Seahawks do a great job, not only getting to the quarterback, but they also do a good job of keeping everything in front of them. They don't let anything get by them. You might catch the ball, but that's it. You're not going anywhere. You're not picking up extra yardage. That's it. Boom, 5 yards, boom, down, next play. And
look at the difference from week 1 when they played to week 18 to yesterday. The Seattle was just a changed team. That defense, I think they're only giving up 17 points a game.
Yeah, man.
That's wild.
And the sick part is Sam Darnold didn't really have to do anything. I mean, he honestly didn't do a lot. I mean, 12 for 17. So he only threw the ball 17 times, 12 completions, 124 yards, 1 touchdown. That was it. I mean, they pretty much they ran the ball down the 49ers defense throat. They decided that they were going to win the way they want to win, which is pretty similar to the way the 49ers play. It's almost like they copied the 49er game plan, but put it on steroids.
Sorry. Speaking of steroids, Bruce goes, dude trying to show the guns. LOL. Hello, gentlemen.
What's up, Bruce?
It's like 70 degrees out here, man. So I'm just going tank top style, man. Who would have thought 70 degrees in the Bay Area in the wintertime?
Yeah, I'm in further north in California. It is not 7 degrees up here. We are cold. Very cold. Not sure what's going on. Some weird stuff happening.
It definitely is.
And what about that kickoff, man? You knew that was bad. It was going to be bad.
Panero, let me talk to you, Panero, real quickly, man. You were standing right there in front of the man. And
the trip.
You couldn't even trip him.
He tried to hit him with the Mortal Kombat roundhouse, and he could not get him. The M Bison Street Fighter slide, like he tried to hit him with that one.
What the hell,
man? The 2-foot slide, and he missed him.
He missed it. Both legs missed him. I don't know how that happens there. I thought they would call the block in the back because you saw the Niner player go falling forward.
Yeah.
You watch a replay, no one touched him.
He was trying.
He tried, but Panero, man, that was terrible, man.
Hey, but we can't get too bad on Panero because he's the only one that scored points in this game.
Hey, man, 31 for 32 this year on field goals.
Yeah, he did his job. That
man was kicking.
He did his job, okay?
He did.
It wasn't enough to, 6 points.
And here we go. The Niners, again, instead of walking away with points, when your offense is at a premium here, what are they doing? They're going for 4th down. The first 4th down was a little pitch to use check with Christian McCaffrey standing behind him.
That was so stupid.
It goes nowhere.
Oh, man,
like, what are you doing?
Even McCaffrey was like, why are you throwing me this ball?
And they're right by the sidelines. He wasn't even going to get it.
I'm literally a yard from the out of bound from the sideline. You gonna toss me the ball now? No, man, come on, bro. That was
it
was so sad. They went out so sad.
But to put a cap on the Niners season, though, look, all the injuries aside, to still win 12 games, because now you look at this NFC Championship, right? Who's in it? Is the NFC West.
Yeah, the NFC West.
So to finish with 12 wins with a hurt roster pretty much all season, I think Kyle Shanahan wins Coach of the Year because of that. What he did to ride the ship, you got to give credit to Mac Jones, to a lot of the supporting cast. But at the end of the day, it catches up to you, man. In the playoffs.
Well, that's the thing. You're not going to beat a team of this caliber with all the injuries. You're just not. You're just not.
That Seattle team was something else, man. Bruce says football season is over. Let's talk Warriors and the other yellow Cali team. He's talking about your Lakers.
Yeah, well, we can, but there ain't a whole lot. They're both playing kind of crappy right now.
No, hold on. We've got our month home. What is it? 10-game homestand. Yeah. The whole month of January, pretty much, they're at home. We'll talk about them.
Well, let's get we're going to get some predictions in, and then we'll talk a little bit about the NBA. But let's go back. So we've got who we got? We got New England and the
Denver.
Broncos, the Denver Broncos, and we've got huge matchup. It's going to be the game, and that's the Seattle Seahawks and the Rams taking going at each other in Seattle. So this is going to be a huge, huge game between these two teams who over this year have had some real good battles back and forward. So I'm looking forward to that. B, we'll start with the AFC side. Who you got?
New England.
New England. So
I'm taking Drake again. The defense is there, but I think we're also underestimating New England's defense as well.
Mm-hmm.
The nod that you have to give is just they have their starting quarterback.
Yeah, right.
They do. Again, Denver's going off of their backup. Last time we saw a backup quarterback won the Super Bowl. The Eagles.
Billy.
Big, I can't say his nickname on the air. Nick Foles took him to and beat the Patriots, right? But it's a little different this time around. I don't think Stidham is Nick Foles.
Not quite. No, you're right.
To be honest with you.
He's not.
But again, I think we underestimate New England's defense. I think Drake May is, again, he's going through it, right? It's his first playoffs. So he's going through it here, and they're getting by. But at the same time, they have the advantage because they have their starting quarterback. He did make throws today. You would want to see your quarterback making it in a high pressure situation. So they will be on the road. I think Denver's defense is going to help them out a lot. But when you look at it from that, who has the edge? New England's got the edge because of the fact that their starting quarterback will be in play.
All right. So here's my take on it. And this is just me being an all-out hater because I hate the fact that the New England Patriots are going back to the Super Bowl. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding
me? Not yet. They're not going back yet. But
but that's what you're saying by picking them, okay? And I'm not down with that. I'm not down with that. Here's what's going to happen, y'all, okay? The Patriots are going to lose. Denver Broncos are going to surprise them because here's the deal. New England's going to take their foot off the gas. They're going to think that they have the best opportunity to win because Bo Nix is not playing. The Denver Broncos defense is just as good as Houston's is.
Mm-hmm.
And Houston caused Drake May all kind of problems. Had 2 interceptions on the day. All the Broncos have to do is play non-turnover football, and they will be in this game. This game will be much closer than people are going to give it credit for. They're going to think that the New England Patriots got the best opportunity because Bo Nix is not playing. I think this is going to seep into the younger quarterback like Drake May and some of these younger players who have never been in this position. They don't know what it's like. And I think that's going to clip them. It's going to kick them in the butt. Sean Payton is not a dummy. He's one of the best coaches in the league. Offensively, he's going to have a game plan prepared. He's not going to just let Stidham, he's not just going to put Stidham in Bo Nix's shoes and hope that it works. I look for it's going to be a very run heavy. It's going to be a very screen heavy, a very running back catching the ball and tight end catching the ball heavy offense going into this game. And I think the Broncos get it done. I think they get it done. I think New England goes home to their clam chowder, and I hope they go back home and, them and all the stupid Boston fans with the dumb accents and the stupid Celtics and the dumbass Red Sox, all these idiots, wrap them up, get them out of here. I don't want to see any of their fan base anywhere near any of my teams. Not my team necessarily, but anywhere near a championship. I'm tired of them, all of them. Get them out of here. Go play with the stupid Ted Teddy Bear. Go do that. I don't like Boston fans. None of them.
You referenced 2 teams that have nothing to do with this pick, but all right.
Now, whatever. They're all in the same area. It's the same type of fan base. They suck. I hate the Celtics. Okay? I hate the Patriots. I don't know.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, I'm picking the Broncos.
Oh, okay. Through all that, we're going with the Broncos. Bruce is also riding with you. He's going to say...
Thank you, Bruce.
Broncos with the upset. He also has the Rams winning, so you got a Broncos-Rams Super Bowl.
Okay, interesting.
And then he says May gonna play horribly.
He's been playing horribly.
He has been, but that defense has been helping him bail out. He needs to get a touchdown done. The throw to Booty and the throw to Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, change that shit, man. Change that. Come on, man.
Can you imagine if they had like a Grady Dick playing in the NFL? You gotta take your Booty out there.
Oh man, as we digress We gotta pick one more matchup because we got the Rams and the Seahawks. And again, like I said, this is gonna be the game I'm gonna be glued to, man. These two teams have great defenses. They have two quarterbacks that, well, Stafford's a little better than Darnold, but Darnold could surprise you on a good
But
day.
don't sleep. Let's not sleep on Sam Darnold.
Don't
man.
sleep on him. Don't
Because
see. He does what needs to be done. We'll put it like that.
Ever since he finished the season in San Francisco and went to Minnesota, all he has been doing is winning.
Yeah.
The Jets are shooting themselves in the foot because remember that was their first pick.
Yeah, it was.
And they just didn't build around him, and now look at this here. Anyways, I'll let you start first.
You let me start. Okay.
I'll let you start.
I like both these teams. I think these teams are pretty equally comparable to one another. The one thing that the two teams have that are different. So the Rams have a better overall quarterback. Stafford, MVP candidate, can go out there, really make plays down the field, wherever you need him to do it. He's a Hall of Famer. Okay. The Seattle passing game may not be quite there, but their run game is way better than the Rams running game. So you got two different offenses here. I think the Seattle Seahawks with their running game, both these two teams have really good defenses. I'm going with the home team. I think because Seattle's going to be at home, they got that quote unquote 12th man. I know 49 fans here to hear that, but they got that 12th man in the building. They're some of the grittiest fans that you're going to find out there in the NFL, and playing in Seattle in a game like this is tough. It's not easy. And I think that's going to give them the win. I think that the running game for the Seattle Seahawks mixed with that defense and Sam Darnold not making mistakes in this game, which he traditionally doesn't, is going to give them the win over the Rams. I think the Rams, the defense of Seattle is going to shut some of what the Rams want to do down, and I don't feel like the Rams running game is good enough. And I think it's going to make the Rams a little bit more one-dimensional, which they cannot do against this Seattle's defense. So I got the Seattle defense getting the job done at home. Seattle's going back to the Super Bowl.
So I want to go with the Rams. I do, but I don't have it in my heart to pick an LA team. Period.
Hey, I was a hater on the other picks, so you have every right to do that on your end, man.
But the biggest factor that is probably going to make the Rams win this game is Puka Nacua. All right? The only way I think Seattle really does this is the pressure that they put on Stafford. They need to make it very, very uncomfortable for him. And when I talk about uncomfortable, you better take a 15-yard penalty and let him know that you're going to be there all day. As one great Mike Singletary would say, I'm talking about putting him on his ass and letting him know that you guys are there. Because if Stafford gets comfortable back there, Puka Nacua is going to eat that secondary alive. And then it's going to turn into a shootout at that point there. And I think the Rams have enough to win a shootout like that because you put all that pressure on Puka, right? Yeah. Devontae Adams is still there.
He's still a good possession receiver, yeah.
Yes, and he's still a deep ball threat, whether you like it or not. I think their running game is going to be a little more of an advantage, given the fact that Zach Charbonnet is out. I think he should be out for this game. He did suffer an injury during the Niner game. But then again, that defense from Seattle is it's not something to mess with. There's a reason why they're only giving up 17 points a game.
Yeah.
But in a league where there's just a lot of offense, I'm gonna ride with. I'm gonna pick the Rams on this one.
All right, so
we need to do this.
We're on opposite sides of the fence here. So I've got Seattle. B has the Rams. On the AFC side, I've got the Broncos, and B's got the Patriots. So somebody gonna be a loser next week. We'll see how it ends up. But I like it. I love it when we don't pick the same team.
Niner fan though. As Niner fans have to witness this Super Bowl take place, you realize your two biggest rivals in your division are going to be playing in this game.
Yeah. And if you're a Niner fan, you should just take that as we played well enough, honestly. Because as many injuries as the 49ers had, this is as good as they could have expected it to go. Honestly.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Honestly.
Bruce says Stafford is not noodle arm Purdy.
No, he is not noodle arm But
No.
not at all. But you don't get a lot of deep play opportunities against Seattle. They play a freaking shell zone. They're going to keep everything in front of you, and they're going to knock the crap out of you. That's how they play football. Yeah. So the Rams are going to have to run the ball well. Otherwise, if they come out, like I said, if they're going to be one-dimensional, and you just think Stafford's just going to tear it up, I just don't see that. I don't see that happening.
Bruce, if you call both of these games right with the Broncos and Rams going to the Super Bowl, I'll send you a Patrick Mahomes card. I'll send you one.
Uh-oh.
You call this, I'll send you a Patrick Mahomes card.
You heard
I got
him.
you.
You heard him, Bruce. You heard him.
You could copy and paste that clip there.
You might want to hit record or write it down in a memo.
Take a screenshot or something if you got an iPhone. Wherever you're watching it from, I'll send you a Patrick Mahomes card.
Oh man, so I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see who gets into the Super Bowl. We got our picks in.
Yes, the NFC West versus everybody else.
Pretty much. Now I guess we could talk a little bit about.
Bruce says, really? 100%, Bruce. I'm not going to go digging for it right now, but I've got one I can send to you. I got one.
He's going to give you the one that's got the grease stains on it.
No, oh, God. No, I treat my cards with respect, even though I have to treat Ohtani cards with respect, even though I don't want to. The man makes me money. What can I say?
But, yeah, man, so we got the football out the way. Bruce, you called it. You want to talk a little bit about the NBA. And, of course, I'm assuming you want to talk about the Warriors. And, furthermore, I'm pretty sure you want to talk about a particular situation that doesn't seem to be going anywhere, that has been going on for what seems like 5 years now. And that's none other than the Jonathan Kuminga puzzle. I feel like we've been talking about Jonathan Kuminga when it comes to the Warriors more than any other player.
Let's not talk about Curry having a breakout season yet again with averaging 28 points a game.
Correct.
Let's talk about a guy who's not playing and then refusing not to play.
So Jonathan Kuminga has come out and said he demands a trade. That's it. No more. He will no longer suit up in a uniform unless they trade him. I'm not a Warrior fan, but I'm tired of hearing about this. I would have traded him weeks ago for a bag of chips and a stapler because it doesn't really matter anymore. He's not even playing in the games. Right now, he's just a big distraction. He's an eyesore. And if you get anything for him, just go and get it. I know the Warriors are trying to wait for the perfect trade. They want to try to include him as a part of AD or something big. And if they can, great. But at this point, I don't care what it is. I would have 3 different trade scenarios on the table, and I will make sure that if everything falls through, I'm still trading them to somebody.
Yep.
Seriously.
You got to at this point. This is like Brandon Ayuk all over again with the Niners. This is what it's like right now.
Sheesh.
Right? You gave him a contract, right? He's not playing for it. He thinks he's earned a $100 million contract with a $2 million basketball game. It is what it is. Like, you are not that good of a basketball player right now.
He's not. He's not.
You can't hit your free throws. You're one-dimensional, meaning that you're only good enough to get to the hoop, right? But you're still not a strong finisher at the rim. Pause. Your three-point shot isn't all that great. You don't have a mid-range jumper. Why are you asking for $150 million a year?
It doesn't matter what he asked for. He's under contract, and now he's just making a bunch of noise. Just trade him.
So
get him out of there.
Look, Trae Young has got a better talent than he does, and all he got traded for was CJ
McCollum.
So if you're the Warriors front office, you better damn well know that
you're not getting a lot.
Is going to be the best offer you get, and if that means sending him to Sacramento for Malik Monk, then you
do it.
So I'm done. I'm done talking about it. I'm done even seeing him on the bench. Like, I get the Warriors players are vouching for him, how he's a leader and all this. No, man, just get rid of him, dude. For God's sakes, Guy Santos is getting more playing time than this guy. Will Richards is getting more playing time. Podziemski, who's a half-ass basketball player, is getting more playing time. So at this point, just cut the ties. Say, hey, Sacramento, what do you want for him? Is Malik Monk still on the table?
I think Yeah, well, Sacramento still has shown interest in him. They're the original team that wanted to trade for him
Yeah,
way back when, offseason. So get a deal done. The problem is, though, is Sacramento starting to win games all of a sudden.
bastards.
So look, like you said earlier, Steph Curry's having a breakout season. Again, why are we talking about this guy? He should be an afterthought. They should trade him, and it shouldn't even be on the news. They should be like, yeah, we traded him for, this guy and that guy, a couple of young, this dude, and that was the end of it. We didn't want him no more. We needed more young talent. We needed this, we needed that, whatever. Go and get it done. And Dunleavy's got to stop sitting on his hands and start doing something here. This should not be the pivotal point that everybody's talking about when it comes to the Warriors.
Michael Porter Jr. is available too.
If he's available, throw everything you got. Because I think a guy like that, he's pretty much a plug-and-play Klay Thompson.
Yep.
He's the same exact player except 2 inches taller at 6'9", 6'10", however big he is.
And he's not dating Meg Thee Stallion.
He is not. He's instead talking about... Never mind, I'll leave it alone.
I mean, at this point, you got to figure out what you want to do, right? Last time I checked, Giannis wasn't too happy in Milwaukee because he booed his own fans, too. Did you see that and-1 finish and he booed them?
Giannis doesn't care anymore. He's operating on borrowed time.
Golden State, you have your first-round picks. Not a lot of teams can really say that with your first-round picks.
Yeah.
You have a disgruntled player who some people in the league still think he's got raw talent. So you know what you do? You take about 4 of your first-round draft picks. You take Jonathan Kuminga, maybe throw in Brandon Pajemski, Trace Jackson Davis that I've been clamoring for, and you send that to somebody. And that's the only way you're going to get a star player out of this. Because if you think about it, right, after this year, Curry's got what, maybe 2 or 3 years if he goes the rate that he is?
Yeah.
I'm throwing everything on the table to make sure they maximize a championship opportunity.
Absolutely. You don't have a choice. Because once Steph Curry walks out that building, there's not another one coming.
We losing for the next 5 years.
Yeah. At least, bro. I mean...
So if I can get 1 or 2 more championship celebrations out of this, I'm going for it.
Or at least a team you believe that could compete in the playoffs.
Yeah, right now I don't think this team is playoff is...
No, it's a playing team, man.
Well, yeah, just because, we are in the playing tournament right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Bruce says...
Lakers aren't far behind.
He goes, I'm done with the Hall of Famer Kuminga. I'm all about Curry and Will Richard. Heck no, we don't need Malik Monk. But we may not have another choice because if we don't get him in this trade, no trades happen, we have a guy taking up a bench spot, right? And MPJ is a sniper off the field, and he talks too much.
Well, you can't have your cake and eat it too, Bruce. Y'all got to get something.
We
might not get the perfect player because Jonathan Kuminga is not a valuable enough chip to get something great, but you can get something that's at least serviceable that you can put in your rotation. I think that's how you got to look at it at this point.
Yeah. Yep.
He's more valuable off your team than on. That's how bad this has gotten.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I don't even. It's stupid, but that it is what it is. It is what it is, man.
Oh, throw in Buddy Hield into this conversation too. Let's get rid of his ass because he's lost playing time too. That's $6-7 million sitting on the bench, just not doing anything.
Well, you got the same problem that the Lakers have. You got a lot of players that can't play defense. And that it just doesn't work. Like you can't have these guys on the floor that can't defend a picket fence. And you try to roll Buddy Hield out there.
Picket fence.
Buddy Hield can knock down a 3 every once in a while. He'll get hot now and again. But you're asking him to play defense, he's a turnstile. He can't do anything to help you there. He just can't.
That's a good one. I like that.
You got a Draymond Green who's 50 years old and can't do what he used to. You're asking him to play center for 40 minutes. He can't do that anymore.
He tackled Karl Anthony Towns.
That's all he's got. What do you want him to do? His tank's on empty. It's the fourth quarter. He's been playing for 12 years now. He can't defend 7-footers for 40 minutes anymore. He can't. It's just not something he can do anymore. So man, I feel for your team, man. But unless y'all make a change. Something that's really disrupts what you guys have been doing and adds some energy to y'all's ball club, it's going to be like this the rest of the season, man.
Well, let's talk about your team. Because it's nice that my team's on a winning streak right now, but we are playing some really, really bad teams.
My team's playing bad teams as well and losing. The Lakers have zero defense. We out there just hoping that threes fall and hoping that we can outscore every team. And we end up losing to teams like the Portland Trailblazers, 130 something to 112. That's what's happening with the Lakers. The Lakers offensively have a hard time getting out of. We play iso ball to no end. We running all these pick and roll plays, but the entire defense for the other team knows that LeBron and Luka ain't passing, so they just crowding them. And even if they do throw the pass out there, probably not going to knock it down because we don't have any real offensive identity. That's been the problem with the Lakers the whole season. We don't have any identity. We just Luka, go do it. LeBron, try to do it. Austin Reeves, where are you? When we had Luka and Reeves in the starting lineup at the beginning of the season, we was killing cats.
AWB, baby.
LeBron came back.
Ruined everything.
He was old, and he was struggling. Now he looks a lot better this last week. He looks a lot better than he did. But the problem is you have a lot of redundancy on the offensive end with three guys who handle the ball and have to have the ball in their hand for the most part to get something done. That's a problem. And then on top of that, you have two of those guys, LeBron and Luka, who, when they are not involved in the offense, don't do anything to get involved. They literally throw the ball to someone else and stand there. They don't do anything. And so that's been a huge issue for their offense. They have to become more of an assist team. They have to get their offense more in the flow of where they're sharing the ball and trusting guys to make plays. Even if the guy misses some threes, keep passing them the ball, pump, drive, something. But they've really hung their hat on this iso ball thing, and it's been killing them.
Papa J says LFG Lakers, and then Bruce says Lakers have an identity. You guys are feeding James and Redick egos.
Yeah, well, egos don't score points.
No.
And they don't defend at all. Egos do not defend anything. Matter of fact, ego is pretty much all offense.
But like you said, though, you have two superstar players who don't know what to do if the ball's not in their hands.
Correct.
It's not like they're they're not moving or trying to get open to get to the ball, right?
Right.
The ball enters their hands, it becomes a black hole at that point.
Yes. And you couple that with the fact that they become iso ball heavy and then forget that they have other people on their team. And that's when everything falls apart. It's like, oh, well, now I'm just going to try to shoot the crap at Luka. I'm just taking all these shots and shooting. So that means that Rui Hachimura is not touching the ball. That means that DeAndre Ayton probably isn't touching the ball, although some of that's his own fault because he needs to run the floor.
Exactly.
If you run the floor, Ayton, you get plenty of quick post-ups and putbacks. But they're not functioning as a team. And so that's the part they need to figure out. I need to rely on my team. Okay, Luka, the idea is you draw attention to yourself, trust the next play, get the man the ball. If he makes a shot, great. If he misses it, great. But don't stop doing it. And that's the problem. They stop doing it. They stop trusting their teammates. And then it's LeBron and Luka trying to do everything themselves. And it just goes to crap.
There's literally a clip on the internet where Luka hits a step back three from distance, but the only two people touching the ball are him and LeBron.
Yeah.
Like, look, the Warriors may not have a solid offense, but you know what they do? The ball at least hops.
Yeah, right.
You've got different guys taking shots. You got Guy Santos shooting the ball. You've got Al Horford shooting threes. All right? You have Will Richard having an open, having a gunslinger mentality. So they're allowing these guys to shoot. Do they make it? Probably not all the time there.
Yeah.
But you at least got to keep them involved in the offense, right?
That's because you have an offense. The Golden State Warriors have an offense.
Yeah, and it allows Lakers guys to shoot.
Lakers don't really have it. We mainly pick and roll, and that's it. We don't really do a lot of movement without the ball. JJ Redick may call a few plays here and there. We might run a couple of sets, but generally it's Luka pass the ball gets stuck, and then Luka just goes. We go into ISO mode pretty much.
Yeah,
and that's been the huge problem. Now defensively, don't even get me started on how bad this team has been defensively. LeBron, I know you're old, but please block out. Don't stop on the play and pretend like I've seen a play where LeBron started running down the other side of the court before the ball was even rebounded. You're playing at the 4 spot, bro. You gotta get in the paint. You gotta get in the paint. You gotta get in the paint and make something happen. So that's been my issue with them. I hope that they figure it out. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt because JJ has been messing with the lineup so much. First it was like, oh, we don't need Vanderbilt. We don't need Vanderbilt. He doesn't shoot the ball. I don't like him. And then they couldn't stop anybody. And it was like, maybe we should play him? Yeah, you should, dumbass. So then they start playing him. Now he's a regular part of the rotation. Great. Now we have a defensive player out there. Yeah, he can't shoot the 3, but damn it doesn't matter how many. What JJ Redick learned, what we all knew already. You could score 130 points, but if the other team scores 150, it doesn't matter. At some point, you have to get a stop. And so I'm glad he's figuring that out. But they look horrible. They got to really figure it out.
Hey, Papa J, you recovered from that 41-6 ass whooping your team received yesterday?
Why you do? He tried to come in positive. First off, I'm gonna stop. Papa J, how you doing? Happy to see you. Thank you for the Let's Go Lakers. I appreciate it.
No. Okay, look, the guy also is a Dodger fan. Let's not forget this, right? I talked to you about it off air here.
Yeah, I hear you.
With the Dodgers just ruining baseball this week here, and now this is gonna be the last time we get to watch baseball for some time because there's gonna be a strike because there's no goddamn salary cap, and this team just spent $2 billion over the last 3 seasons.
How do you think we felt when the Warriors got Kevin Durant, man? How do you think we felt?
First of all, timeout. That's one player, okay? That was one freaking player, all right? This team from Southern California that wears blue and white, they have spent so much money on each individual player. It's disgusting. And all we got to sit there and do is just watch them win? No. And you're proud of that as a Dodger fan, that everything is bought as a championship? Hell no. None of that is earned. That's all bought.
Papa J, was a tough day for you. I know yesterday watching the Niners completely poop their pants. It was a travesty. We both are in the Northern California area, and it's real quiet.
He said I'm a big boy. I could take it.
All right, man.
Anyways. A couple of milestones here. I'm rocking my Klay Thompson jersey today because the man just became 4th all-time in 3-point makes.
Yep.
He's at like 2,800.
He's got to catch Ray Allen and James Harden.
He's not going to catch James Harden weight-wise, but I'm pretty sure he should be able to catch James Harden. But when you look at that list, Steph Curry's about to hit 4,200, and the next guy hasn't even broken 3,000.
Yeah, like 3,000, man. It's not even close.
Good on him, man. Good on him.
Close. It's gonna be like the John Stockton 5,000, like the Steelers,
that's just something that's just not gonna get touched there.
Or assist, excuse me, assist. It's not. It's just
you can read Papa J's next comment. I'm not reading that.
He says, "Hell yeah, go Dodgers."
So congrats to Klay Thompson, man. Warrior for life. Went ahead and top 4 of all time. So Ja Morant, you can suck on that next time you try to talk smack about him.
Ja Morant is he's like 1 degree above Jonathan Kuminga at this point.
I think they're on the same level.
Like Ja Morant's gonna end up getting traded too because that team is garbage and
I don't think anybody's gonna want him.
Somebody will.
I'm telling you.
I hear Miami's interested.
Miami's not playing. Can we talk about some of these standings real quick?
Yeah.
Because how the hell did the Celtics let go half that team, and they're the number 2 team in the East right now?
Because the East it's the East, man. Like
you got the Detroit Pistons sitting number 1 right now.
The Celtics are a good team, man. You got to give it. They're a good overall team, and even though Tatum's out, they still have plenty of dogs on that team to get the job done. They've been like this for a few years now. They're a good team. Who
said money can't buy love? The woman looking at the ugly guy. That's what it said. God, I can't. Look again. So
we talking about the Dodgers still? Is that what
that's exactly what he's saying here. And yeah, I get it. You got to spend money to win. I'm waiting for my team to spend money to win. But at the end of the day, man, like you got to put a stop to this. How does a team spend $2 billion in 3 years and no one bats an eye about this shit?
Because their owner is a bajillionaire.
Right? They're about to pay $163 million in luxury tax.
They don't care.
Exactly.
Like I said, hey, Papa J, hey, I'm not a Dodgers fan, but here's what I will say. I can't wait till they open up the checkbook for the Lakers. I can't wait. I'm so ready. I'm so ready this offseason for what I don't even know the dude's name. What's the dude's name? Brian.
It don't matter. He's spending money anyway, so like it matters.
Checkbook. We don't call him checkbook. I can't wait till checkbook get into the offseason with since he's the owner of the Lakers now, and he just start writing checks. We don't even care about the we don't even care about the second apron. Give me all the players. I'm ready. I'm so ready.
Yo, at this point, they don't even have an apron.
I'm so ready. It's gonna be fun, man. We're just gonna slide all our roster falling off after this offseason. You know that, right, B? Everybody's gone except for like 2 to 3 players. We will have all the cap space you can think of.
Everybody's gone. Everybody but Luka will be off that team.
There you go. And here come the checkbook. Checkbook. Sign him. I'm so ready. Because I love previous ownership was cool and everything, but they was a little stingy with the money. I'm just saying.
And then Papa J goes, "Hell yeah, Taj."
See, he knows what's up. I'm ready.
Of course he knows what's up. You guys root for 2 of the same teams.
Bring that Dodger money over here, baby. Bring that money over here.
I swear to God, Taj, you become a Dodger fan, we're done.
I'm not going to be a Dodger fan. I'm just saying bring the money. Bring the money. Okay, I grew up in Oakland, man. I grew up as an A's fan, man. Now, that didn't go well, but whatever. Yeah, whatever. We were in Vegas. All my teams going to Vegas. All the teams going to Vegas.
But the Warriors went to
it. Thank goodness. If it hadn't been for Joe Lacob, they might have been in Vegas.
Joe Lacob's getting ready to buy the San Diego Padres.
Oh, man.
Look, stop spending money on other organizations. Spend money on this team first before you do that. Okay? Papa J says, make it rain, baby. Make it rain.
Make it rain. That's right. Right.
Make it throw up all over the place.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
But Lakers are playing the Raptors right now. They are up almost 20, so they actually had a really good showing in this game. A lot of it because they play some guys who usually don't get minutes. We had Timmy, who just got picked up like what a G League dude they just signed on like last week.
G League Timmy
was out there. Falling. Guys are getting minutes, baby. I like to see that. I like to see minutes. You need some new blood because DeAndre Ayton, he get on my nerves. LeBron like to play every other game.
Hey, you know what really drives me wild right now is there was a report out there the year that the Warriors drafted Kuminga, they were trying to push for Franz Wagner.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, why does that matter at this point?
It just makes you feel bad. That's all.
So trade Kuminga to the Magic and go get Franz Wagner.
They like Franz Wagner. He's a good player.
But so then the report means jack shit to anybody.
It doesn't mean they're not the same level of player. Franz Wagner is
that was a wasted report right there. Oh, the Warriors were going to try to draft Franz Wagner, but they said no. Okay, so why does that matter? You're just adding fuel to the fire with this Kuminga drama.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is. That's why I'm saying you need to just get it over with. You've only got a few more weeks before the trade deadline. After the deadline, he should not be on the roster.
No, and if
There's
he
no
is,
way.
We're not doing much after that.
No. Pretty much wasted the season.
Dude, this is one of the most disgusting commercials ever.
What's that?
It's the one where the girl's on the airplane and she's shopping for like vaginal medicine.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, man, it's a wild ass commercial. Cool, there's a slogan at the end of it. I'm waiting for it to pop up so I can say it. Healthcare just got less painful. They skipped it. Maybe they got rid of it.
It's that Amazon. It's the Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon offers healthcare. Apparently, I don't know when that started, but all right.
I mean, why go to Kaiser? Just go to Amazon.
Right. if they're just sending you your meds, you get all your meds.
Oh man. I think that's.
Yeah, I think that's. We covered football. We put a little basketball in there.
I know. I feel bad we left basketball out of the equation, but honestly, ain't nothing.
Well, we're gonna get a lot of it after the Super Bowl, so. We've also got the isn't the national championship game coming up?
Yes, we got Miami versus Indiana. We got the U against the middle of the state, absolutely nowhere team. who might finish 16-0, first time in NCAA history. Um, but not like it matters here because you're gonna have players transferring and all this other stuff.
I'll be watching because the Raiders have the number 1 overall pick. So
yeah, you're watching your quarterback potentially win a national championship.
Exactly. I need to know who's it going to be. I want to see how these guys play. But that's really my only statement.
Miami is playing at home too. Hard Rock Stadium is home to the Miami Hurricane, so they will be playing a home game pretty much.
Okay.
But I'm still rooting for Indiana because nobody expected this. A good underdog story.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Indiana too, man. I'll see you.
Of course you are. You're rooting for Indiana because you want to see your number 1 draft pick to have a great game.
Yep. So
and then watch. They're gonna go get a wide receiver instead.
We need right. we need a new coach and everything. We need it all.
You can get another tight end. Let's draft 3 straight tight ends with our first overall pick.
Like the Raiders are literally starting from scratch, man. So,
but you guys still need a coach.
That's what I'm saying. We need a coach. We have to draft someone. We need, a whole coaching staff. Obviously, we're not keeping any of the coordinators that Pete Carroll had lying around. So, yeah, starting all over. Yeah. Well, folks, I think that's all we got for tonight. I think.
Yes, sir.
We're going to see y'all next weekend where we're going to have another fun-filled afternoon because, man, we got the championship games. We get to figure out who's going to the Super Bowl. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We get a chance to talk about the national championship game too. And then we'll continue our discussion about the Lakers and Warriors as they go through one more week of playing mediocre as hell. Until next time, y'all, we out.